In the dimly lit streets of post-World War II, cinema emerged a style so distinctive and atmospheric that it would forever alter the landscape of filmmaking. Film noir, a genre defined by its shadowy visuals, morally ambiguous characters, and a relentless sense of pessimism, wasn't just a fleeting trend. It became the backbone of countless modern thrillers, altering the way filmmakers approached stories of crime, corruption, and human frailty. Today, we explore the haunting legacy of film noir, a genre that has influenced filmmakers across decades. Its somber worldview, cynical take on human nature, and stark visual aesthetics have lived on in some of the most influential thrillers of the modern era. The birth of noir came at a moment when the world was still reeling from the trauma of the Great Depression and the devastating effects of World War II. The genre emerged in a time of societal upheaval, mirroring a collective anxiety and a distrust in traditional narratives of good and evil. Film noir wasn't originally recognized as a distinct genre. In fact, the term film noir, meaning dark film in French, wasn't coined until after these films had made their mark. It was French critics in the 1940s and 50s who began to apply the term retroactively, identifying a common thread in American crime dramas that featured morally complex narratives, shadow-filled cinematography, and troubled protagonists. During its golden era, between 1941 and 1958, films like Double Indemnity, The Maltese Falcon, and Touch of Evil defined the genre's visual and thematic style. These films were not simply about crime. They were about the unraveling of a dark, fragmented world where betrayal was inevitable and no one was truly innocent. These stories emerged from a post-Depression, post-World War II America, a country grappling with national anxiety, societal change, and deep psychological trauma. The characters were not the idealized heroes of previous eras. No, these were flawed, sometimes immoral individuals, each trying to navigate a world that seemed just as broken as they were. Perhaps the most striking inheritance that film noir has left behind is its distinctive visual style. The interplay of light and dark, creating high-contrast, shadow-filled compositions, continues to dominate modern thrillers. This technique, called chiaroscuro lighting, does more than simply set a tone. It gives visual shape to internal states of fear, guilt, and moral ambiguity. David Fincher's Seven, released 1995, uses rain and minimal lighting to create a grimy, oppressive city. The constant downpour becomes a character in itself, an external manifestation of the city's suffocating evil. The jagged, disorienting fonts in the opening credits are a direct homage to the fragmented, uneasy world of noir. Meanwhile, Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049, released 2017, takes the visual elements of noir and reimagines them within a neon-soaked, cyberpunk future. A desolate city of the future where every street corner and flickering sign evokes the same feelings of isolation, confusion, and existential dread that noir once captured. Classic noir introduced a new type of protagonist, the anti-hero. These characters were often deeply flawed, morally ambiguous, and driven by personal demons. The archetype was embodied by figures like Humphrey Bogart in The Big Sleep, where the detective was more cynic than savior, far removed from the idealized heroes of earlier films. Today, Jake Gyllenhaal's character in Nightcrawler, released 2014, offers a stark modern update. Driven by an insatiable hunger for success, Lou Bloom's descent into moral decay mirrors the noir tradition. his ambition becoming a force that leads him into darker and darker territory. And then there's the femme fatale. Classic noir presented women like Barbara Stanwyck in Double Indemnity, powerful and deadly figures, often punished for their transgressions. But today's femme fatale is more complex, as exemplified by Rosamund Pike's performance in Gone Girl. Amy Dunn isn't simply manipulative. She's a product of societal pressures, and her actions reflect a chilling exploration of gender roles and societal expectations. As the world changed, so too did noir. The 1970s saw the rise of neo-noir, a modern interpretation that brought the gritty, morally ambiguous world of noir into contemporary settings. Films like Chinatown and Taxi Driver retained noir's fatalistic worldview while updating it with more explicit violence, sexuality, and a modern understanding of societal decay. Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, 2008, perfectly encapsulates how noir themes have infiltrated even blockbuster filmmaking. Gotham's dark alleys and morally gray characters, particularly Batman's inner conflict, showcase noir's continuing influence on modern superhero narratives. Now, with the rise of digital technology, the genre has found new avenues of exploration. Shows like Mr. Robot and films like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo explore the anxieties of our digital age, where the traditional private eye is replaced by a hacker and corporate corruption becomes the new shadowy villain. So, why does noir endure? Perhaps because it speaks to timeless truths about human nature, our vulnerability, our darkness, and our inability to escape the webs of our own making. In an increasingly complex world, noir's pessimism about easy answers, its embrace of moral ambiguity, and its exploration of human frailty continue to resonate. From the rain-slicked streets of Seven to the digital landscapes of Mr. Robot, film noir's influence continues to shape the modern thriller. Its themes of moral ambiguity, its psychologically complex characters, and its stark visual aesthetics endure, adapting to new technologies and anxieties of our age. Thank you for watching and listening to the series Shadows and Suspicion, how film noir continues to influence modern thrillers. This was a Whimsical Node and Mythical Legends publishing production. If you enjoyed Shadows and Suspicion, how film noir continues to influence modern thrillers, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment below on your thoughts about film noir and its continued influence. Do you have a favorite film or show? Thank you, and until then,